Welcome to the Weekend Warriors Fishing Podcast, presented by 13 Fishing Canada. Make your own luck. We're here to scratch that angling itch and talk everything fishing. Join us as we sit down with special guests from across the industry. Now, here's your hosts, Logan Lewis
and Jesse Cadron.
Welcome back to another episode of the Weekend Warriors Fishing Podcast. This is episode 114, the 2026 March Madness Classic wrap-up. We've got all the official results here. We're going to be doing some live draws for the random prizing. I think we have 5 or 6 of those to do, announcing the hidden lengths, announcing the payouts, who's won first through third for the individual species and the adult and the youth, and then the Grand Slam as well. So you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for this and see if you won some prizing, because I won't be messaging people when I find out tonight. I'm going to let it sit in the episode for a bit. So
I like it.
Definitely going to want to stay tuned. That's my co-host, Jesse Cadron, in a cabin, fishing once again. I think this is, 3 episodes in a row now where you've been out on the road?
I think it is 3 in a row, yeah. I've been out recording, not in the basement, to say the least.
Yeah.
We're up at Waterhen Lake Cabins, Miwasanota. The Wi-Fi is struggling, so just to warn the folks, I might disappear a couple times, but I will be back.
Yeah, and I'll probably just keep talking like you never left until you come
That's
back
right.
and you can
That's
pick
right.
up from there. But
that's what I appreciate most about you, Logan.
Yeah. No, we want to get this one wrapped up quick. Don't want Jesse using too much data as well. We know he needs the data for when he's bored on the lake, not catching anything. So
That's right.
So we scrolling. But no, before we get kicked off here with this episode, want to mention the sponsors. 13 Fishing Canada being the presenting sponsor of the show, as always, since the very beginning. So huge thanks to them for continuing their support of the podcast. You can head over to the Rapala Canada website and use the code Weekend Warriors. That's WKND Warriors to save yourself 15% off the entire website at checkout. Whether you're looking for stuff for the end of the season here, maybe some stuff into April for some stock trout, or you're already thinking about the opener for at least the southern zone here on May 5th. Already thinking about that for open waters. So lots of options there. Head over to the Rapala Canada website and use the code Weekend Warriors and save yourself 15% off on all your orders. Next up, Saskatchewan Wildlife Federation. Just renewed my membership. You should too. Nice and cheap. I think it's, again, $25.
Yep.
And awesome magazine, gets you access. It's just fun being part of the community too, is a big thing, and helps support great programs like the stocking program, the Master Angler program. I know they work on some access to lakes, and then obviously there's a whole hunting side of it too. So lots of great stuff to come from a membership, and obviously those membership funds help go towards all the great stuff they do. Jesse has something to throw in here.
Just going to mention that a lot of the banquets are happening for your local Wildlife Federation branches right now. So get on Facebook or the Google machine and have a look, see when those banquets are. It's usually a nice supper and some local awards from, biggest deer, big buck night kind of thing. And that also goes towards all these great things. So, do some research on your local branch and go have supper. Go to the banquet. It's a good time.
Yeah, for sure. No, great community to be a part of. So big thanks to the Saskatchewan Wildlife Federation for continuing their support of the podcast. Next up, Angler's Edge Mapping. If you're watching the video, right behind me here is one of their great prints that you can find on their website of any of the lakes that they have mapped. I know I'm really enjoying having some more lakes closer to home mapped. The Last Mountain being mapped, parts of Diefenbaker. They're expanding some more in Alberta, some in BC. I even saw a new release in Ontario as well. If you're looking for the maps on your phone, you can head to the Avenza Maps app, and you'll find the individual maps that you might be interested in there. And then you can also buy a chip for your Lowrance. So if you have a Lowrance unit on your boat or on your snowmobile, you can buy the whole chip. Or I'm not totally sure if you can go by province or whatnot there, but I know you definitely can buy a whole chip, and from that you'll get all the maps that they have in that area for your boat or your sled or whatever the case is there. So huge thanks to Angler's Edge Mapping and the folks over there for coming on as a sponsor for 2026. Just like that, Jesse's back here just in time for us shouting out Laclamart Lodge for coming on as a sponsor this year. We mentioned in the previous episode some dates that are available. I want to mention those again. I'm not for sure if they are still available, but I haven't heard otherwise, so I'm going to put this in here. It's August 1st to 7th and 7th to 12th. They had some cancellations, so there's some reduced rates that can be used there, and it's a great time of year to get out there for lake trout. They're really starting to kind of gather, and the boys are pretty dialed in on them that time of year. Most trout over 40 inches historically around those weeks as well, and the pike fishing is great with the weed beds that time of year too. Yep. So whether you're interested in pike or lake trout, it's a great time of year to be up there. But really, let's be honest, any time of the year is great to be up there. Even in the winter, I think it could be cool ice fishing
100%,
up there too.
yeah.
Yeah, so you can head over to the Laclamart website, send an email, inquire about those dates, and get yourself booked in for those, because it's a trip of a lifetime, without a doubt. Well, Jesse's back here. We may as well hop into some of the results here. And like that, Jesse's gone. So I'll make the decision myself here. I think we are going to start with going over the first, second, and third for the individual species on the youth side, and then we'll get into the Grand Slam there. We'll cover that for the adult side as well, and then we will also get into the random draw prizing that lots of the people are going to want to get there. You don't even have to have entered a fish. You just have to have entered the event. So you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for the random draw prizing.
And if anyone notices me sounding differently now, it's because I've had to move to my truck.
Yeah, exactly. We've got you locked in here. Hopefully this works out here. But yeah, we're back live. Jesse's in his truck, no longer in the tin roofed cabin.
That's right.
And no longer a 4-second delay. So
much better now.
Much better. So starting off here, we may as well go with I guess I'm on the walleye, so we'll start with that. The prizes for the first, second, and third for all these youth prizings is all Rapala product prizing. So what will happen is we'll get in touch with you after this, and you'll basically make an account on the Rapala Canada website, and you'll have $300, $200, or $100 in credits, whatever you placed, and then you'll be able to buy whatever you want with those credits. So pretty sweet setup that way. Yeah,
very nice.
Get what you want. So big thanks to Rapala Canada, obviously, for sponsoring these prizes. And yeah, it's going to be $300, $200, $100. And there actually is somewhat of a cash payout for the Grand Slam once we get to that. So starting off the top here, we had Bo Paidley coming in first with a 30.5-inch walleye. Like father, like son, I guess, with that one. I did see a video of Bo reeling this one in, and it, I mean, anyone has, it's always scary reeling in a big walleye, but watching the rod there, it was very impressive that he was able to get that up. And
yeah, he was a trooper.
Yeah, he was camping out there with Colby too there for a couple nights and whatever there, and was pretty excited about that one, and wants to catch the big fish always. So Colby says pretty hard to get him to go to bed when he should have been. But so Bo there with first. In second, we had Tyson Solberg with a 28.75-inch walleye, and then Reed Butler coming in third with a 28.25, and not far behind him was Beckham Bergen in fourth with a 28. So close margins there, but congrats to those three for placing and getting some prizing there for their walleye. Lots of great walleye coming in from the kids, which is always good to see. Yeah. And we'll kind of go over some of those stats at the end there and see if Jesse was right or wrong about his prediction for this year.
I forgot my papers in the cabin. I'll have to run and go get them now.
Yeah, you go get them. I'll go through the pike here if you want.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so coming up next here, we've got the single largest pike for the youth category. Coming in first, I believe Landon took home first last year as well, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but Landon taking home first with a 43.5-inch, just a stud of a pike. Very nice fish there, Landon. Bo Free with a 43.25, so just a 1/4 inch off from Landon. And then Declan McKay coming in third with a 42.75. I was happy to see that Declan did get that fish, as I did have to lessen one of his fish due to the bump board that he was using at the time. And he said he's going to go catch a 43, and he ends up with a 42.75 a couple days later after that. So great to see. And then Landon Churko also with a 42 and 3/4 inch, but just due to the time of entry, that's the tiebreaker there. And so very nice fish as well, Landon. Congrats on that fish. But taking home first is going to be Landon Steenbergen. Second, Beau Free. Third, Declan McKay. And yeah, some good prizing coming in there. I could see some tip-ups, maybe some quick strike rigs being purchased by those guys with their Rapala prizing. Next up, my favorite category, the burbot category. We have Tyson Solberg here once again coming in first with a 32-inch burb, just missing out on the Yukon trip. There is someone in the adult category who did actually take home that prize by landing a 32 first, but very nice fish there, Tyson, to take home first. Emily Tchaikovsky keeping the family name strong here, taking home second in the burbot category with a 30.5, and then Landon Churko with a 29-inch burb coming in third. Beau Free not far behind in fourth with a 28. So very nice fish there as well. So congrats to you three for taking home the burbot prizing. And then to round things out here with the youth category, we have Tyson Solberg taking home first place with 100.5 inches in the Grand Slam category. And so just clicking into that, he had a 39.75-inch pike, 32-inch burbot, and a 28.75-inch walleye. So two master angler fish there, and the pike wasn't far off as well. So
Very
big congrats
impressive.
very impressive. Big congrats to you, Tyson. And with that Grand Slam prizing, you're going to be getting $310 cash for that as well.
Oh,
So
not too bad.
no, a little bit of a bump from what was guaranteed for the Grand Slam prize in there. So we'll be getting in touch with everyone as well once this episode's been up for a bit. Just wanted to obviously get this episode up quick, and already got the cash sent from Fish Donkey registration fees, so those should be coming down the pipe very soon. Now, moving on to the open category, the adult category. Lots of great fish entered here as well. Crazy stats wise as far as the number of master angler walleye that were entered. But sitting in first here, we've got Beau's dad, Colby Padley, with a 32-inch tank walleye. I think they said it was around 14 pounds,
It
something
was
like
fat.
that.
It was a healthy very
Yeah, very chunky walleye. Next, Gord Silzer. He held down this he wasn't first obviously until Colby's, but he held down this position with that 30.75. He caught it early. Like it was
For second day, I think.
yeah, something like that. So big congrats to Gord for taking home that one. And then Lee Morin, who I believe won it last year, the walleye category, with a 30 and 3/4. And then obviously we had a tie there with Taryn, but just due to time of entry, that's kind of the indicator there. And then Brandon McGillis wasn't far off, 1/4 inch. Lyndon Exner, 1/2 inch, right? Like lots of great walleye being entered here. So
Yeah, that three-way tie for second is quite impressive.
Yeah, for sure. And once I get through these single largest, I'll say what the payouts are going to be cash wise for that. But we'll run through these quick here. Next up, single largest pike. Jesse Cadron takes it all home. Bragging rights
Write my
wise,
check
at least.
up, Logan. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be writing a check to Jesse for $0.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Dang it.
So obviously here, Jesse with the biggest pike, just incredible fish. Was really cool to be there to see that in person. One of the biggest pike I've ever seen. Was just awesome. And then so basically Jesse not being able to actually take home the prizing, everything shifts down here. So Clayton Schick once again taking home first place as he did last year with a 46-inch tank. Paul Brace with a 45 just after entering a 44 not long before that. So two great fish there. And then Scott Free with a 44 and 1/4, which another just great fish. It was really awesome to see. And then we had Jaden with a 44, Cliff with a 43.75. Like there's some nice tank pike entered all through this list here. So
Yeah.
just really, really great to see. And the pike category is obviously remaining strong with some great entries there. So
Nice
congrats.
to see.
Yeah, congrats to everyone with that one. Lastly, for the single largest categories, we've got the burbot. Brandon Yellowknee held down this one for quite a while. I believe it came during the first week of the event, right?
Yeah, about like day 6 maybe.
Yeah, so 39 inch, just a huge fat burbot. Really good
Yeah,
to see
what
there.
a huge burbot, man.
Yeah, huge burb.
Unreal. They don't get much bigger than that one. Like,
No,
yeah. Brandon
no.
Yellowknee, if you're listening to this, man, congratulations. That burbot's that's pinnacle of burbot
Yeah.
fishing.
Well, and that's the record for this tournament as well there too. So we had a record in, I think walleye. We had a record in all three. I'm pretty sure over the 3 years this tournament's been going on. I could be mistaken on the walleye, but I think 32 is also the biggest there.
Yeah.
We had Robert Musqua with a 36.75, just huge as well. And then Adam Conrad, not to be outdone, with a 36.5. So keeping that name going as well with the burbot. We had some like 33, 34 and a half. Sean right there with the 33 as well. And then this was Kevin Fisher with the 32. Jesse also could have almost won the Yukon prize. Won, but
Could've went
not
to see
won.
my buddy Kyle.
Yeah. So, yeah, but we'll be getting to all those side prizing later on there. But yeah, just some great fish entered there as well. So really cool to see. And obviously I'm happy with that with the burbot category. I couldn't even imagine hooking into a 36, let alone a 39. So that would be
100%.
would be crazy. And then to round things out here, we've got the Grand Slam prizing, and that's going to be Colby Padley taking home the Grand Slam with 109.5 inches, just edging Jesse out at 108.25. Paul Brace really came on near the end there, gets up to 103. Scoobs, Colby Thalberger, 102.25. Like just some, like anything around that 100 is just really good to see.
It's very impressive. To crack 100 in this tournament is, you got to be lucky. Like, you got to be real lucky.
Yeah. All great fish there. And I guess getting to the prizing, there was a total of just under 7,000 in cash prizing to be given out. So it's going to be broken down in third place is going to be taking home $200 cash. Second place is going to be taking home $500 cash. And the first place prizes are taking home $1,300 cash money.
Yep.
E-transfer straight to the bank account. So I'll be reaching out for all that information, getting your e-transfer information. That'll be over my daily limit, so it might take a couple days to send out, but I'll get that done.
We'll get it to you.
Yeah, and then to round things out there, Colby's also going to be taking home the adult Grand Slam prizing of $620 there. So pretty sweet to see.
Good.
Nice to see those grow as well as the as the registrations continue to grow.
Yeah.
And do you want to go over?
How many participants did you say we had, Logan? 130?
135 participants broken up between adult and youth, but that was the
7 less than last year?
I think we ended up like 140 something last year, yeah.
Okay.
But still
139 last year.
Oh, yeah, so four less, and I mean still I didn't realize you could see lots of the numbers on the Fish Donkey ones, and this one's quite a well attended event. So that's awesome to see, and big thanks to everyone that participated in it. So many fish came in, so many stories being shared at the end there too. It was pretty cool to see all the people that were fishing it, and yeah, I've never been tagged in so many stories on the podcast page before with this event, so that was pretty sweet to see. Do you want to go over the stats before we get into some of these hidden length prizes and random draws?
Sure, man. Did I eat my words? So if anyone listened to our podcast before this tournament started, it would have been episode, 111, Logan? 112?
One of those two, yeah.
Yeah. So right before this podcast started, I made a prediction, because judging on how slow the fishing had been from December, January, February, I was predicting that the fishing was going to continue that trend, and that we weren't going to see as many big fish as last year. So I'll quickly go over last year's numbers. Super simple. Grand Slam champion was 108.5 inches. So this year preceded that by a whole inch, which doesn't sound like much, but when you're talking about that caliber of fish, like an inch is huge on those three. In the burbot category, last year, the biggest was 37 inches, and we had 25 master anglers. You compare that to this year, our biggest was 39 inches, and we also had 25 master anglers.
So the same.
Not a ton, basically the exact same, just a bigger class of fish at the top.
Right. And I mean, a little bit subjective too, right? Because how many did you catch under your 32 that you didn't enter? Right.
Right.
So,
yeah, because is master 30 or 32?
30, but you weren't entering it if it wasn't an upgrade, whereas other
Correct.
people were some people were for the random prizing, right? But,
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably master anglers that we didn't register, but
He's back.
what was the last thing you heard, Logan?
I had said you were. Oh, what did I say? I said we were going
I
to wait
didn't
for you
hear a
because
word you said. I just heard myself talking.
it was after you cut off while you were talking. I was going to say that we were just going to wait till you got back because the stats are your bread and butter. You said
they are.
you cut off when you said, "I'm sure there's master anglers we don't know about."
What?
Yeah,
That was forever ago. I talked for like 5 minutes.
I thought you were just waiting to get back in.
No, you should have texted me.
Oh, I thought it was just taking a
I
while to
went
get
through
in.
them all.
Oh no, you're gonna have to redo it.
Oh man, it was so good the first time.
You didn't notice I wasn't changing the screen or anything?
No, I didn't notice nothing. I thought you were just content listening.
No, I was
funny.
just sitting here on
So
my
you
phone.
didn't hear any of the facts. You didn't hear any of the stats.
I heard the burbot ones about the 25 and 25 last year, 25 this year.
Oh, okay. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, well, so this is where I really started to eat my own words last year. We'll go to the pike.
Okay.
Last year, 45.5 was the largest pike, and we had 21 master anglers. This year, 46.75 was the largest pike, and we had 27 master angler pike. So 6 more pike than last year,
Okay.
which I thought pike fishing was slower from the people I talked to this year. That like there was a lot of people that struggled and grinded with pike, but like you said, maybe just people weren't entering those smaller fish. And last year we were.
Right.
But
I
the
think
big
people
one-
struggle to get the upper, like the 42 and a half plus
For sure.
is what it seemed like. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then walleye now.
The walleye is the big one. Last year, we had a 31.75, which was actually a 32, but we had to do a deduction, a quarter-inch deduction
For the
for the
mouth.
mouth being wide open. And we had 32 master anglers. This year, can you still hear me, Logan?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Or you're here, I guess. Still.
32 inches was the longest walleye, but we had 50 master angler walleye entered this year. So like a 60% increase, if my math is correct. You're a math guy.
I don't remember the
60%?
first number. I don't remember the first number you said.
32 to 50.
Okay. Yeah.
So 40% increase.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
That'll be listening to this and saying it's wrong.
30 to 50. 50 times 2 is 100. 32 times 2 is 62. The difference between that is 40%, something like that.
I think it's. I don't know. How many did you say it was the original one?
32 to 50.
It is 60%. I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Cool.
either
So
way.
yeah, I ate my own words. That's way more impressive than I thought it was going to be. I thought with the slow season that we had, that slow December, January, February, I really thought that was just going to continue on to March. But maybe we just had better anglers, or we had fishermen that learned from last year that knew where they needed to be. But you guys crushed it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And there was a lot of trophy fish being entered, and the competition is seemingly getting tougher every year, apparently. So
Yeah, no, it was it was pretty crazy. I do think that the walleye bite really turned on after you made that prediction. Like it seemed to be, at least
Yeah.
around here, it seemed to be a lot quieter this year, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden March kind of kicked off there. So that is one thing. But yeah, I think if we are running this next year, it'd be sweet to have a lot more of like the random pricing or hidden lengths too. Just like you said, that those upper limits are getting pretty high, but you still want lots of pricing is always good. Never gonna complain about that. So speaking of which, we should probably get into that random pricing because people have listened to us blabber on here waiting for that information, because people can see who was in first, second, and third and all that on the app, right? So going into we'll start with the hidden lengths here. I went into number randomizer and figured those out after the tournament was done. So no one knew what that random length would be. I didn't even know until the tournament was done. And then I go through, verify the fish once that number's been picked by the random number generator.
And
Go
you
ahead.
should mention that you're taking the smallest fish entered in that, like, let's say the pike category, you're taking the smallest measurement and the largest, and
Yeah.
you're picking a random number to the closest quarter inch, correct?
Some computers picking a random number.
Yeah, not you, but your random generator.
Yeah, the random generator. So it's the upper limit and the lower limit of what was entered in the
Mystery.
mystery category. Yeah, I was going to say random category, but in the mystery category. So that's every fish that was entered is included in that mystery category.
Yeah.
And then I had to go through and make sure between the youth and the adult, which one's which, for which one was entered first, if there's a tie or whatever's closest to that length. So kicking things off here, these are going to be for 3 out of the 4 Bite Right lure packages, which I have at my house. So I will mail those out to people. In the hidden pike category, the random length generated was 37.5 inches, which just so happened to be the size of my biggest pike that I entered. But,
I was going to say, I think I remember measuring that with you.
Yeah, but I don't think I think the winner was Chad Tremblay. He entered it, I think, before me anyways, but again, obviously we can't win it, but I thought that was funny when that number came out. I was like, that was my pike for the event. So congrats to you, Chad. We'll be sending you one of those packages. The next up, go ahead.
Wait, also, shout out to Chad. Thank you for getting my brother-in-law, Randy, and his boys, Tyson and Owen, onto some fish. I don't want to get any more descriptive than that, but I heard they had a run into you out on a unnamed body of water, and you were more than helpful. I had a phone call with my brother-in-law, Randy, and he was spoke nothing but good things. He was very grateful for your help. So thank you, Chad. They really appreciated it. They got on some fish, and they had a good day because of you. So thank you.
There you go. Good guy, Chad. The karma pays off. He's getting a $50 lure package from Bite Right Lures. Next up is the hidden walleye category. This one was kind of funny as well. It came in at 15.5 inches for the random length generated, and the winner of that was Nathan Churko. The funny part here is the next closest, if Nathan didn't have that, was going to be Landon Churko. So it was, so it worked out pretty well there.
Battle of the Brothers, I'm assuming?
I think it's father-son.
Oh, okay.
I believe. I could be wrong, but I think that's the case there.
Nice.
And then lastly, we had our hidden burbot. That came out to 24 3/4 inches. So the random numbers, we're choosing some smaller numbers, but that makes it fun too, because you never know what you could win with what you're entering. And the winner of that was Hayden Hickey.
Nice.
So we had mentioned Hayden quite a bit last year, especially with the burbot categories and lots of our update episodes. So Hayden's coming around with that one there, taking home a prize package. So I think what I'm going to do here now is, well, actually, we'll go over quickly the North Country and the Paradise Bay pricing. So with the 32-inch burbot, closest to or next closest to 32, ended up being Kevin Fisher right in the first week there. hitting the 32-inch burbot right on the head. Maybe not the best term for a catch and release tournament, but
the tail crossed the line.
Yeah. So he had the 32-inch burb, so he'll be taking home the prize in there. He was saying this is the first tournament he's ever entered, so he was pretty jacked about that one. So big congrats to Kevin. We'll be getting you in touch, and you will be having a fun trip. Looks like a ton of fun up there. Next up was the Paradise Bay prize. That was for the first one and closest to a 30-inch walleye. And the winner of that is going to be Sam Risling coming in with that 30-inch walleye. Obviously, there was a bunch of walleye around that. Sam was the first one there with that 30-inch walleye. So big congrats to Sam. We'll be getting in touch with you and getting those that information figured out. But it should be a fun trip, DIY trip up north onto the Churchill here in Saskatchewan. So big thanks to North Country and Paradise Bay for sponsoring those prizes. Two pretty sweet big prizes. So
those are awesome prizes. Could be a lot of fun experiences there.
Yeah, for sure. And I think knowing Sam the little bit that I do, I think he would enjoy that trip. So
nice.
That should be pretty sweet. But now that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 random draws to do here. We've got one more bite right, 4 Lexi's lures, and then the $300 value Angler's Edge map random draw. So if you win that Angler's Edge mapping one, you'll get to choose one of the prints up to $300 in value from their website. So pretty well most of the prints. So pretty sweet if you're around one of those lakes or if you fished one of those lakes and you can hang that on your wall. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to share the same random wheel of names that I used for the early bird prizing. We're going to put that up there. I've taken everyone's name from the participants list. You don't even need to have entered a fish. You just had to be in the event. And I've brought it into here. And in the middle there, you can see Stock Fishing Gear as the presenting sponsor of the pod. They get to be in the middle of the wheel for this whole thing. So what's going to happen?
Presenting sponsor of the tournament.
Correct. Yeah. Of the tournament. And each winner will be getting a piece of headgear from them for this prizing as well. Basically what's going to happen is if you win the prize, your name's taken out, so you can't win 2. And that way we get the most people winning some prizes here. I am just going to, was an order. I'm just going to shuffle it. How many times should I shuffle it?
3 times.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Randomly shuffled. And here we go. We're just going to go in order of the list I have here. So this is going to be for the 4th and final Bite Right lure package. Here we go. Well, she's really spinning.
To be fair, my screen is black on your end. I cannot see what you're doing.
Oh, that's good. Aaron Downing is the winner of the last
there we go.
Bite Right lure package. I'm just going to type this down here so I don't have to watch this back. Be getting in touch with you. Now we remove that name. We're down to 135. I think I forgot to take our names out, so that could be kind of funny.
We'll spin again. That's okay.
Yeah. Next up is going to be the first out of 4 for the Lexi's lure packages. Who are we going to get here? Sam. So Sam has won the trip and going to be getting a lure package here. So congrats to Sam there. Type that name in. Remove that. Next up, second out of the 4 packages of the Lexi's lures. It's going to be Scoobs.
Nice.
Colby Thalberger.
Colby.
Maybe he'll take some of them up to Lac La Martin and use them there.
That's right. We'll get them bit.
Remove Scoobs. Next up is for the 3rd package. Really? First name, last name? That's because I took it from the Excel. We're just going to remove that one and spin again, because that is no one. Brady Kingsland out of Manitoba. Taking home that one.
Brady Kingsland, nice. Logan, I did not hear why you spun the wheel again. All I heard was clapping and then the wheel spinning again.
Oh, is it that loud?
Yes.
Oh, I can hardly hear it. I spun again because it came up first name, last name, which is the heading category when I pulled it from Excel.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I removed that one and spun again. So,
Okay.
So that's 3 out of the 4 for the Lexi's lures. Spin again here. This is for the 4th lure package.
Yeah, like maybe wait a second or two before. So wait for the clapping to be kind of over.
Okay. I can hardly hear the clapping on my end. Hopefully that's not too loud on the podcast side. Landon Churko.
There you go. Nice.
Although he just missed out on the bite right hidden walleye, he'll be taking home one of those Lexi's Lures packages. And then lastly, for the Angler's Edge mapping print prize, here we go. Jacob Kobayashi wins that one. So we will be in touch with everyone there. I'm just going to stop sharing this. And that rounds out those prizes. You have anything to add on that, Jesse?
Who is that last winner? I didn't hear you announce it because the clapping.
Oh my goodness. Jacob Kobayashi.
Okay.
So I guess if it's going to be that loud on the playback, I'll just run through the list of winners again, just so everyone knows.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So the first random draw was for the last Bite Right lure package. That was Aaron Downing. Then we had for the 4 Lexi's lure packages, we had Sam Risling, Kobe Thalberger, Brady Kingsland, Landon Churko. And then for the Angler's Edge mapping prize, we had Jacob Kobayashi. So
beautiful.
There's the 6 randoms there. I will know for next time to turn off the sound on.
It's very loud. That's all I can hear.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great. That's really good. That'll turn out really nice after post production. But yeah, I think that that pretty well wraps up everything there. It was a fun tournament. Lots of great pictures being sent. Lots of messages about how fun everyone was having there. And yeah, I don't know if you have anything else to add there, Jesse.
It was a ton of fun. Great tournament, and I think we have some familiar faces and familiar names up at the top of the leaderboards, but still don't be discouraged being a weekend warrior out there. I mean, we talked about that big pike that I caught with you. We were fishing for 5 hours, and that ended up on the top of the leaderboard. And before I went and upgraded my burbot, I was sitting at 106 inches, and I had only fished for 6 days. So technically 3 weekends, and I had 106 inches. So
well, you're just that good.
No, I'm that lucky. I'm not that good. It's all about right place, right time, picking the right spot. I mean, that's tournament fishing, right?
He's gonna try and say
you got to be there to catch the fish.
He's not that good. It's all luck.
You just gotta
be good to get lucky. That's the main thing.
To be that number 1 seed, things gotta align, and you gotta get it right. So, but it was not it was not skill. It was just luck.
That's it.
Right place, right time. That next bite could be the fish you need to put you in the placing. So, just because we're seeing big familiar names. The guys, the fish bums like myself, it only takes one fish to get you $1,300 or $500, or you just enter a fish to get a random prize. So I guess what I'm saying is I look forward to everyone entering next year. It's a ton of fun. I absolutely love this March Madness tournament. I talk to people that I generally don't really talk to for the whole for the whole year, but yet as soon as March Madness fishing rolls around, there's some messages flying around and communications happening and a lot of good conversations. So I look forward to seeing you all again next year, and Logan and I will do our best to orchestrate a proper tournament with same good quality control.
Yeah, no, for sure. I thought you were going to say, so what you're saying is everyone who won isn't skill, it's all luck.
Winning a tournament there's a lot of luck involved. Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm just bugging you.
I think we could say that. Yeah, you need the right fish to bite at the right time. That's all it is.
Yeah. No, I'm just bugging. But I think we're going to wrap things up here, put a bow on it. Thanks to everyone who entered the event. It was a ton of fun. Like Jesse said, talking to a lot of people that, like, we know people listen, but this really puts some faces to some of the numbers and analytics we see behind the scenes of the podcast. So really cool to see. Awesome seeing everything from all the kids too, how jacked and how hard they go fishing these tournaments. Got to give a props to the kids. So many, like, their entries are usually perfect. Like, they're some of the best entries throughout the whole tournament too. I should have mentioned that off the top because now we're near the end here, but yeah, now we're deep in it. But yeah, huge thanks to everyone for participating. Just to close things out here, big thanks to 13 Fishing Canada, the Rapala family, for being the presenting sponsor of the show, bringing all that prizing forward for the youth. That's huge for that side of that. So yeah, big thanks to them. Use the code Weekend Warriors, save yourself 15% off at checkout. Next episode, not sure what it's going to be. We're getting closer to, I guess, trout season is going to be starting soon for those that celebrate the off season of the regular season there, and then we'll be getting pretty soon. Before we know it, it'll be May 5th, and the South Openers starting here. So yeah, I don't know, getting excited for that.
Yeah,
we'll have something coming down the pipe here. Yeah, open water. It's been a couple of busy weeks here for us with the tournament and fishing and everything. So going to enjoy things for about a week here, take a break, and then we'll be right back at her. So thanks to everyone who always tunes in, shoots us comments, shoots us messages, and just participates in the little community. Very thankful for all that. Until then, we'll see you in the next one.